Hey guys, Josh from the Steelverse. Before I start this video, it is hot in the UK at the moment, so forgive me if I am a bit sweaty. It's very, very hot here in the UK. We're not really used to this level of heat. But anyway, let's get on to it. So as you see by the title of the video, it is my custom movie collection and it's a part 4. So yeah, so there obviously are 3 other videos. We did number 3 fairly recently. I also did a custom Marvel collection a few months ago. You can see that video on our channel. And there will be a part 2 to that because I am updating some elements and maybe creating another case to go with it. But in that video, I basically show how I condensed, I can't even remember how many Avenger films. Let's just say 30 plus other Marvel films like before the MCU. How I managed to condense them just to a few box sets instead of taking up my whole shelf or another shelf. So yeah, so they're on my channel, as well as Rambo spines as well, which I did for myself, which you can see that video on there. So yeah, so I have an Etsy business which I run with my fiancée Hannah, and we create custom stickers and custom magnets for steelbooks, and we create Blu-ray covers and DVD covers as well, all cost effective. It's cheaper than buying a custom steelbook from someone. This way you sort of put it all together yourself, but it's really easy, really simple. We have got a video which shows how to apply our stickers, which I'll put here, and you can find that on our channel. So yeah, let's get into it. So I recently wanted to basically buy The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air because I really enjoyed the series. I used to watch it a lot when I was younger. So that's the Will Smith one, and it's a 90s comedy, which everyone knows. I loved it. Never owned it though. I rewatched it fairly recently on Netflix, and me and my brother were talking about it the other day, and we were just saying how we want to try and watch it again from beginning to end. And I couldn't really find it anywhere on streaming. So I thought, well, how much is it to buy? You can't really buy the Blu-rays. I don't think it is on Blu-ray yet, but I saw that it was on DVD and going fairly cheap. So I think I saw them all on like a second-hand website called Vinted, where they were about, I think it was about £18, I think, with including delivery. So I ordered all of them, and the problem is though, is that is the collection. I also have the reunion that they did, which I bought a bootleg of years ago. And yeah, it's just different spines, different colours, takes up a lot of room on my shelf as well, because there's a lot of discs in these. So I decided to make my own box set. Now, steelbooks, they can't really hold that much. They can maybe hold maybe 5 or 6 at a push, but they're quite hard to get second-hand steelbooks that at a cost-effective price. Blu-ray cases, the biggest one can hold up to 12 discs, where this had a lot more than 12 discs. So what I did was I bought a DVD box set, a DVD case which was 49 millimeters, and that can hold 21 discs, and it is beefy. I'll show you in a minute. But I've got mostly Blu-rays and steelbooks, but down at the bottom of my shelves, I've got basically the series box sets, and they come in DVDs, Blu-rays, whatever I can do. So it doesn't bother me too much that it's a DVD case. And luckily I had 21 discs of Fresh Prince, including the reunion, and this case held 21 discs. And the case was fairly cheap. I think it was about £10 maybe. So yeah, so with the artwork, I'll show you what I did. So it is quite chunky, but I found some artwork, shifted a few things around, and yeah, so this is my front cover. And then for the back cover, I tried to find a picture of Will and his family. For some reason, Jeffrey the butler wasn't in the picture, and also the original Vivian actress, I wanted her in there, so I've put them together and put them on the same background as Will. So you got that there. And then the spine is like that. So this is beefy. So the way this works is you can put 2 or 3 discs on top of each other. So I'll show you that. So like some of these hold about 2 or 3 discs. etc. And then yes, it's quite beefy, but I'm pleased with it. And yeah, it condensed it down. So all those cases, I tend to just throw it because there are quite a few split ones, and I've misaligned it a little bit. I've taken it out, but that's the spine. There, so that will sit nicely on my shelf. Next one is, I thought I would have spoke about this, unless I have, and I've forgotten. I know I talked about it on my Instagram. I really like the Taken film, the original, the first one with Liam Neeson. Really enjoyed it. It's a brilliant film, still holds up today. Then they made a sequel, which wasn't as good, but I still enjoyed some elements of it. I didn't find it terrible. At the same time, it wasn't like fantastic. It wasn't brilliant. The third one I watched and I hated it. I thought it was awful. It was like they just went full on Die Hard all of a sudden. He was driving down elevator shafts and surviving, and he was, outrunning the police even though he's like in his 60s, and it just got a bit too stupid. It went so far away from what Taken 1 was about, and even Taken 2. So I won't own that film. But what I did was I made number 1 and number 2 into a steelbook. So this is my artwork for number 1. And then on the back, I've put Taken 2. So what I did was I tried to match the black and white style of the covers. And then for the spine, I've got, I've creased this a little bit, but that's my spine. Taken collection. So yeah, so I've got Taken 1 inside, Taken 2 extended cut, and then for the inside, I've got that. So let me show you. Yeah, so I can't remember what case I used. It might have been a Hunger Games one or something. I'm not too sure. This one I did a while ago. But yeah, so that's nice. So yeah, Taken 1 is something I rewatched quite a bit, and Taken 2, it's okay. It almost reminds me of Die Hard 2. It's sort of the same plot again, but not as good as the first one. And then we'll get on to another film I was thinking about recently was Olympus Has Fallen. Now, I really enjoyed that film. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it when it came out. I thought it would just be a run-of-the-mill, almost B-movie kind of thing. But I really enjoyed it. And London Has Fallen wasn't as good, but it was okay. It had a few good moments in it, and I really enjoyed Angel Has Fallen. Hadn't seen them for a while, and I thought, right, let me look up how cheap they are. Really cheap, and I thought, right, I'm going to make a case for them. So what I did was I found a poster, and I touched it up with a bit of AI, which I know some people find controversial, but at the end of the day, it makes things sometimes a little bit quicker. And yeah, so I found this artwork, and it has Gerard Butler, and what I did is I added more flames to it, and I've added a British flag, Union Jack, in it for the London Has Fallen part. And I've called it the Fallen Collection. Now, a lot of people refer it to the Has Fallen Collection. I don't really like Has Fallen as a name, so I've called it the Fallen. So this is this. I've done it as a Blu-ray because I know they are talking about making another one, and it's a thing that could just keep going probably. So I've made it into here so I can have more discs. So yeah, so it's my case. And then on the back, I've again used artwork from online, but I've added the titles underneath, and then the Fallen Collection there. So yeah, so they might make a fourth one. I've been talking about it for years. I'm hoping they do, because they're just enjoyable. They're not going to be Oscar-winning films. You know, the stories are fairly predictable, but they almost do remind me of Die Hard, where you can just sit back and enjoy them. So yeah, so that's that. So this is a 6-disc case. I bought this for £6 on eBay, and yeah, it only takes up that much room on the shelf instead of having 3 cases for each film. So that's that one. And then my favourite film of all time is The Dark Knight. I love that film. I think it's perfect. I can't see anything wrong with it. And there is a lot of nostalgia around it as well. I just remember all the posters coming out, all the adverts. I mean, it was 2008. I was around 14 when it came out. And I just remember, yeah, all the promotional artwork for it was just incredible. There were billboards of it on, the TV adverts. I mean, the things on, there wasn't as much there is on computers now, but I would just stare at the posters for ages. I just think it was just so genius. So I love The Dark Knight. I love the Dark Knight trilogy overall, but The Dark Knight is just a film that will stand out forever for me, and I'll talk about it in more depth another time. I had each one on Steelbook, and I just thought, well, I know what I want to save some space on the shelf. That trilogy is done. He's not going to go and revisit it. It's completed. So I could bought a 3-disc Steelbook and found some really cool artwork online and adjusted it a little bit. So this is my front cover there. Now the villain's tiny bit blurry, doesn't matter to me at all. It's the highest quality I can find. But yeah, I like that. The back, I really like. I'm really glad I found this one. So that's the back. And then I just called it, yeah, the Dark Knight trilogy. I've kept the spine quite simple. And then I'll show you the inside. So I have actually got the original cinema ticket from when I went to see it. Monday, 28th July 2008, 12:15, £3 ticket. This was at a little independent cinema. Went to see this with my dad. And yeah, this is my oldest ticket that I've managed to hold on to. And it's still in good nick, really. So I keep all my cinema tickets in my cases. They're like little memory things. The films are Blu-rays, they're not 4Ks. Maybe one day I'll upgrade. But for the inside, I actually incorporated my original ticket into the design. And I just mostly used the Joker posters just because they are really cool. So you can see my cinema ticket there. So I've got the eyes, cinema ticket, and the smile. And then the Why So Serious bit there. So yeah, so I really like how this one turned out. It's just really cool, and I watch these films all the time. I really love them. So yeah, so that's my collection part 4 video. Like I said, do check out the other ones. Marvel, I've got some good ideas about. I'm always tinkering around with them, but yeah, I've just thought of new stuff, and probably a few more things I'm going to include as well. There will be more custom videos coming out as well. And yeah, I mean, if you want anything custom, just drop us a message on our Etsy shop. We get everything dispatched within 2 weeks. We keep the prices down as much as we can. We communicate with you. We do not send anything until you're happy with it. And it's just really a cost-effective way of customizing your steelbooks, because steelbooks have become expensive. To buy a custom steelbook can be expensive, and this way you can put them on yourself. You can make it a nice smooth process, and I'm really pleased that with the business so far, and I've managed to upgrade my own stuff and I've only got like a bookcase, but I've managed to condense my collection without having to actually sell it or put it in the bin. So yeah, so I mean, what do you think? Let us know in the comments section below. There will be a link in my description with this Etsy shop as well. Please subscribe, please give us a like. There'll be much more videos to come. Thanks for watching. Cheers.